up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie for those of you who don't know who I am, and welcome to my channel. This month I'm currently doing Vlogmas, and today is Vlogmas day 3, and basically Vlogmas is when you basically film and upload a video every single day in the month of December. It's usually till the 25th, but I want to challenge myself to do it until the last day of December. So let's get into what we're talking about today. Today we're going to be talking all about how I edit my photos. This is something that I get questions about like from here and there on Instagram. If you guys don't already, be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Stephanie.Millet. And also, before we continue, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell notification so every time I do upload, you get a notification. And what we're going to be talking about today, I'm going to also try to screen record what I'm going to be showing y'all on my phone, is I use Lightroom for all of my photos. Any and every single one of my pictures that you see will come from Lightroom. But I do use Lightroom for all of my pictures. I've used Lightroom for my pictures for a while now. I like randomly downloaded it one day and started playing with like all the presets that were in there. And then just kind of went from there and started to learn as I went on. So on Lightroom, you're going to see a whole bunch of different features, whether it's, you know, how to adjust like the basic stuff like the brightness, contrast, bring up your shadows or highlights, and stuff like that. But then you also get into different like color ones, which let me show you an example. So for this picture, which I'll just put it on this side here on screen recording right now. This is what it looks like edited, and the before and after is not too drastic. I feel like this is just a super simple kind of edit. But what I do use on Lightroom are some presets. So presets are kind of like filters that you can use for your photos. Some people make their own presets, but I haven't made my own presets. I kind of want to, just because the ones that I use, while they're great and everything, it is a little bit better for those that are like whiter skinned than I am, and I'm more of like a the presets that I use are amazing and super great, but they're made for kind of like people of like a lighter skin tone, and when it comes to like people who are more tan or a little bit darker than I am, it kind of gets a little bit more tricky when it comes to editing stuff. So I kind of want to make my own presets. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something that you may be interested in purchasing. I think it'd be great just because that way you just literally slap on the preset and you don't have to worry about like, oh my god, do I look too white? Do I look too yellow and orangey? Because sometimes it happens. So I'm gonna make sure to also just link down below the presets that I use. It's from like Jake and I have it here. The presets that I use are from Jake and Marie. Those are the two people. I guess they're like bloggers or something. I randomly saw their ad on like Instagram and liked their before and afters, and I was like, okay, like that looks pretty cool. So that's what I use for all of my photos. So definitely check them out. Link in the description box. I bought the presets that I have for $50. And that may sound like a lot of money, but I do use these presets for not only like my personal Instagram, but like for my churches, for like my work and everything that I do, and also like my own photography on the side as well. So it's like investing in yourself because, you know. So yeah, when it comes to editing, I'm just gonna reset this and try to make this edit look exactly the same way. So I'm gonna just reset it. And what I like to do, I usually tell this to like anyone, I press the auto button, and that'll sometimes help or not help. But sometimes I just press the auto button, just kind of get me going. And the second thing I do is I'll straighten the picture out. So if I see that it's a little bit crooked, I'll just kind of straighten it out a little bit so it doesn't look too crazy. I always go in order, so I'll go like light, color, I'll actually go effects, detail, and then I'm gonna just revise everything, see how I like it, and if it's cool then I'll just save it and post. So I don't really mess a lot with exposure just because I feel like it kind of takes away like the picture. I do sometimes use the contrast though. Highlights literally will just bring in some more things that got lost in the photo, and then shadows will bring in like more of like, you know, details like the shadow in your hair, or anything in the background, just kind of pick that up. So for this one I'll just kind of leave it there. The whites will just bring up all the whites, and the blacks will just either bring all the blacks in or put all the whites in there. So the second thing I do is I like to go into the color. Sometimes I like to just make my pictures a little bit warmer, but nothing too crazy. And then I'll just go up to the mix. But something that I also learned was how to white balance your photos. So that, literally, look, you just see how everything changes according to like what you put. So you just find something that's like as close as white as possible, or like a pure white. And then if you like it, then you just press a little check mark. If not, then you can just ignore it and go. I barely use this for a while and just now started to use it, and I feel like it just makes editing a lot easier. So I'm gonna leave that there because it actually looks good. So as you can see, like there's nothing on the colors today. I don't have any presets on this photo. I've just manually edited everything. So this will just bring out more of like the reds in the picture. So like my lip gloss, either if I want it like lighter, like pinkish, or more reddish. And I'll just kind of leave it like that. I kind of like that. This is more of like your skin tones, at least for a little bit. Obviously we don't want to like go too far on either side because you then get to either get too light or too dark. So I'm just gonna go here, and then what I like to do is I like to go back to like the original just to reference, to make sure I'm not editing myself like completely different than what I actually am. And then I don't really mess anything up here because that just kind of screws everything up. So in this picture we see a lot of lights and yellows going on, so I'm gonna bring that up, and then the luminance will either bring it up or down. I'm gonna put it up a little bit. That looks good. And then this will either bring it to the opposite side of the spectrum, and I like it right there. So that actually looks really good as it is. And what I also will do, sometimes the whites, you can make them a little bit whiter, and I like doing that. You see a difference there. So I'm just gonna leave this as is, and I don't really mess around with anything else unless I see like something pink or whatever that I need to adjust. And that itself like looks really good, and I would probably just post that as is. So in this next one we get into like the texture clarity of everything. I don't really mess around with that a lot because I feel like then it'll like just start to look really fake and weird. So I usually do that if it's like an object, like if I'm taking a picture of like my food, I'll do that, and it just kind of brings everything out some more. This will either make the edges darker or whiter, kind of like those old styled photos. I don't mess with that like at all. And then I'll just sharpen up the picture. And then on my shirt, I see a little bit of like wrinkles and stuff. Not too much on my skin, like any blemishes or anything, but I'm just gonna reduce the noise. And as you can see, like that would be crazy, and I would never upload that. But I just kind of like to get some of it out by doing that. So that itself looks really good. And I would probably post that as is, but that day I was kind of just like in a rush and didn't want to waste my time editing, so I just went onto the presets. And you can learn how to like download these presets onto your phone through like YouTube or something. So I usually use one of the first presets, and then I'll click auto again just to bring some stuff back. And while that does look good, I kind of do like what we edited already earlier, just because I feel like I lost a lot of like the detail that I like spent some time working on. So I'll like go back and forth and see like what I can do to kind of make up for it really quick. And if not, then we can just always go back to what we had originally. But that looks pretty good. Let me do that. That kind of looks like what we had originally, which isn't too bad, and we literally did that in not a lot of time. So I'm just gonna revert this back. So as you can see, like, ooh, that's with all the noise. As you can see, the picture with just you editing it naturally looks really, really good. And I'm trying to go more for like a natural feed type of thing and not like over edit stuff. Let's look at this really silly picture that my boyfriend just took of me one day. With this one, it wasn't that much of editing that went into it. I literally just adjusted it, and since the back was already super bright, I just picked, I think, the first one. That's like my go-to for everything, and I'll just adjust a couple things, nothing too crazy. If I want to get like more of the reds out, like, or in, I can just like adjust that accordingly. So as you can see, like literally like you can edit a picture and have it ready to go like super quick. Like I literally just did that with no time. And like these pictures of my mom for her birthday, I took them all on my phone. They're all phone quality, so the before and after is like really cool to see that you don't really need a professional camera to get professional results. You just need the right software. So for this one, for example, was one that I'm just gonna edit really quick to just show y'all. I just like to press auto. This is like my go-to preset for everything. I don't know what it's called because when I saved it, I just saved it as me preset or like something like that. So I really don't remember what it's really called. I'm so sorry. But like literally if you spend just a little bit of time on this, I took a little bit of time to just edit this for my mom. You can really do something really nice. You don't have to like really think about it. I just kind of like squiggle back with stuff back and forth until I get something that I like. Okay, I get you. And so literally that didn't take like any time at all. Which that doesn't look too bad. So literally I just edited that super quick. And that picture again was taken on my phone. And if you wanted to know, I have the iPhone XS Max. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what I use to edit when it comes to editing stuff on my phone. I use Lightroom. Simple. I use Lightroom. I use presets that I purchased, which I will have linked down below. Right now I'm looking at it and it's like 50% off, so if you guys want to use the same presets, definitely recommend. There are a few that I don't use, being honest, which is why I think I want to make my own presets, because it's literally my own style, like, and what I would use for sure. So let me know in the comment section below, would you guys purchase some presets that I make? And I'm obviously not gonna try to like charge super amount of like crazy money like some of these bloggers do for like 1 or 2 presets. Which is gonna be like an everyday preset that you can do. So yeah, that was it for today's video. I kind of just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys and show y'all really how I edit my photos. If you guys want me to continue this and do like what I use to like edit my videos, or what I use to take my photos, or how do I take my photos, and all of that, or like all of the equipment that I use, let me know in the comment section below, or give this video a thumbs up, because I think people should help other people. I don't like it when like you ask someone like, hey, like what do you use to edit, and they're like, some app. Like, no, like let me know. And I'm the type of person that I want to help you guys grow, and like my little bit of knowledge that I know, I'll give into you guys. So that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed Vlogmas Day 3. I didn't really do much today, so that's why we're here. So like always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram if you guys want to check out some more of my posts. And that was it for today's video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 4. Bye!